But he came here to work. He worked. The kids worked for William Rule's paper. William Rule was the leading journalist in the late 19th century, and started a paper called the Knoxville Chronicle, one of the first daily papers in town. Was later mayor of Knoxville as well, one of India's predecessors. But he was one of the few people of that era that you can look back at, and he's not embarrassing. He's a mature guy that seems to understand. Yeah, but he ran a paper here right around the corner on Market Square. We don't know exactly where. We know it's on the near the northeast corner of Market Square, and this just seemed like the best place to put the plaque. But he was the most important journalist of his time, and a lifelong friend of Adolph Ochs, this young kid that he hired to be his apprentice typesetter in the 1870s, 150 years ago, almost exactly 150 years ago. Right now is when Adolph Ochs, as a kid, began working here on Market Square. But this is a story, like I say, that even kids can enjoy, especially bringing the graveyard story. I'm not going to tell this right now because it's in our books. You can find the story in our book. It's probably a ghost story. This story, but this is another Market Square story about especially connected to literature. We have the new booklet about the history about the guide to literature in Knoxville, and Market Square is the most literary spot in East Tennessee, in my opinion, and Adolph Ochs beginning his career here is part of that. But this connects Knoxville to the world too. It's beyond the interesting. It's not just trivia. This is a story that connects Knoxville to the world, because the New York Times the modern New York Times as he created it is really become a global paper. And for the Knoxville History Project, this is another opportunity to tell the whole story of Knoxville. I'm thankful to SBJ and also especially to Georgiana, who I'm going to introduce now, a journalist. I think the only person who's been a journalist longer. William Rule had a long. He was a journalist for 60 years. Georgiana's still moving in that direction. Nope, it's not mine. Okay. So we've done some. Thank you so much, especially to the media for covering this, everyone for coming. If you need individual interviews, feel free to come up and talk to anyone you would like. And don't forget to go inside, get some coffee, some food, some water if you need it. Thank you so much.